Clearly the biggest challenge facing airports today is creating cost-efficient operational facilities that meet the needs of their stakeholders and users. There's real pressure on airports and airport authorities to create the most efficiently operated facilities that they can possibly deliver that allows their customers, primarily the airlines, to keep their costs to passengers down.
There's many dimensions to efficiency in design. Efficiency might mean, from a passenger's point of view, how quickly and smoothly can they move through the terminal. In our design, what we want to do is to facilitate that because, frankly, it's a crass statement, but a calm passenger is a shopping passenger. But efficiency can also mean, from a sustainable perspective, how many resources are we using? How much land are we covering?
Efficiency can be referencing energy performance, highly efficient buildings. We've dealt with that in ways of high-performance building envelopes, low-velocity air distribution systems, capturing natural light, recycling of water. But airports can become spatially efficient as well, and that's really important. And that comes out of the multi-sector gates that we have. That allows us to build probably 25% less terminal area to accommodate the same volume of passenger traffic. And that's key because construction of airports today can be in the order of $5,000 a square meter to build. We can reduce our owners' costs significantly if we can create efficiency in the use of the boarding bridges, efficiency in use of the check-in hall, through the use of common use terminals or common use check-in positions.
Generally today, people live in a digital age. They're expecting to be able to do things much more quickly by themselves. Airports traditionally have everybody following a certain route through security. They have to do this thing, then do the next thing. People want to do things themselves. We're seeing a trend certainly in Southeast Asia using automated boarding. It's something that hasn't moved to Canada yet, but I think that at some point in the very near future, it might be something that we're seeing. That's going to change people's experience when they're moving through the terminal. One of the biggest pressures that terminals have is that they have a limited amount of land to build on. We know they are going to be expanding and changing. So when we're designing, we're trying to be as efficient as possible and be as prescient as we can about and speculate where they're going to need to go next and leave room for that to happen. Kelowna, for example, we took a hard look at the master plan so that we could understand that when we built this facility here, we still had the services outside of that line so that we could provide for more expansion later on.
We're also doing things like developing very, very intuitive buildings so that passengers can easily find their way around, easily find their way through the building, hopefully minimize the amount of wayfinding signage that's required to guide them through the building, so the buildings are very simple and therefore much less stressful than some airport environments might be.